Towering buildings made of glass and twinkling lights greeted them as they stepped ashore. They marveled at the incredible sights before them. The villagers warmly welcomed the children, inviting them to join their community. Eagerly, they learned ancient spells and enchantments from the wise village elders. They were amazed by the magic that flowed through them as they practiced their newfound abilities. As the sun dipped below the horizon, it was time for the children to say their goodbyes and return home. They gathered together, focusing all their energy on casting a spell to send the lost giant safely back to his world. But, as they chanted the enchantment, something went terribly wrong. The giant vanished, but instead of returning to his world, the 6 children found themselves trapped within the magical village. They stared around in disbelief as they realized that they had accidentally sealed themselves within this enchanting realm forever. Desperate to find a solution, they worked together, pooling their knowledge and skills to undo the terrible mistake they had made. They delved deep into ancient texts and consulted the village elders in hopes of discovering a remedy for their predicament. After days of tireless research and endless trials, they finally unearthed a powerful spell that could break the enchantment that held them captive. With renewed determination, they cast the counterspell and felt a surge of energy course through them as they watched the magical village begin to fade. As the magical village disappeared and they were once again standing in the familiar confines of the library, they knew that they had been forever changed by their incredible adventure. They looked at each other, knowing that they could conquer anything now that they had journeyed to the lands beyond their wildest imaginations.
Adventure and imagination, the piano that opens doors. In the heart of Whistling Woods town, where every tree whispered secrets and every stone held stories, the children gathered curiously inside the magnificent library of lost tales. The air was thick with anticipation as they stood before an old, dusty piano they had never seen before. As the sun streamed through the library windows and danced upon the golden keys, a timid hand reached out to strike the first note. The piano, long unused, came alive as the room seemed to shimmer around them. Books flew off their shelves, filling the air with tales of distant lands, magical creatures and brave adventurers. One by one, the children stepped through the door that had appeared where the piano once stood. They found themselves in a wondrous land of towering trees that glowed like embers, their leaves shimmering with vibrant colors. Glowing mushrooms dotted the landscape, casting an ethereal glow over everything. They ventured deeper into this enchanting world when they met a friendly forest creature, its fur as soft as a feather and its eyes as bright as stars. The creature led them through hidden paths and across treacherous terrain, guiding them towards their next adventure. The children followed their new friend to a hidden village where every face smiled warmly at them. They met people of all shapes and sizes, each one more fascinating than the last. Some were as tall as trees, while others were no larger than a seed. The villagers shared their tales of courage and friendship with the children, who listened intently as they learned of the trials and triumphs that shaped this magical world. They spoke of heroes who saved their village from darkness and champions who stood against fear itself. As the sun began to set, the children said their farewells to the villagers and their new friend. With hearts heavy but spirits high, they made their way back to the piano, eager to share their stories with the world. Monday morning came, and the children returned to their classroom in Whistling Woods town. They eagerly shared their tales of magic and wonder with their classmates, who marveled at the brave adventurers they had become. From that day forward, the children continued to visit the piano, opening doors to new worlds and adventures beyond their wildest dreams. They discovered lost civilizations beneath the ocean floor and explored galaxies far, far away, all from the comfort of their enchanted library. As they grew older, the children found that the magic of the piano was not just for adventure, but also for solving problems in their own world. They used it to bring peace between warring factions and to mend broken friendships, always remembering the lessons they had learned on their great adventure. Today, the piano sits quietly in the library, its keys silent but ever ready for the next generation of curious minds. In the hearts and minds of those who played it, the magic and wonder of their adventure will never fade, always reminding them that every story has the power to change the world. As the sun set on another day in Whistling Woods Town, the children stood in a circle around the piano. Their eyes sparkled with anticipation as they looked towards the future, ready to open new doors, solve new problems, and embark on countless adventures.
Adventure and imagination. The Clock Tower of Dreams. In the heart of Whistlewood Village lived a young adventurer named Timmy. One Sunday, as the sun began to peek over the horizon, he spotted something unusual. A mysterious door at the base of the towering clock tower had been opened for the first time in years. Timmy, with curiosity burning like a wildfire inside him, cautiously stepped forward and took his first step into the unknown. The air within was thick with dust, but it held an irresistible allure that beckoned the young adventurer further in. As he made his way deeper into the tower, the walls morphed and twisted around him, revealing hidden cogs and mechanisms that hummed to life at his presence. The whirring gears echoed like the beating of a giant's heart, sending an electric thrill through Timmy. At last, he reached the topmost chamber of the tower. Before him lay an enormous room, its walls adorned with swirling patterns that seemed to represent dreams and fantasies from all across Whistlewood Village. A door stood open at the far end. Timmy approached the door with the golden handle. It seemed to glow with an inner light that promised wonders beyond. With one final glance around the room, he grasped the handle and pulled it open. As the door swung open, Timmy stepped into a realm unlike any he had ever seen before, a land made entirely of dreams. The sky was painted with swirling clouds in every conceivable color, and all around him lay hills and valleys that seemed to shift and change at his whim. As he ventured further into this wondrous place, Timmy encountered creatures both friendly and fearsome. He laughed with the jovial jelly beans who bounced through the air and gasped in awe at the magnificent dragons that soared overhead. At last, he came upon an enigmatic figure cloaked from head to toe. The figure beckoned him closer and began to explain that the Clock Tower of Dreams was a conduit for the dreams of all those in Whistlewood Village, allowing them to escape their everyday lives and experience the wonders of their imagination. With a renewed sense of wonder and appreciation for the power of dreams, Timmy made his way back through the golden door and found himself once more in Whistlewood Village. His heart swelled with gratitude as he realized that the Clock Tower of Dreams had shown him the incredible potential within his own imagination. Timmy shared his incredible adventure with the entire village, encouraging them to embrace their dreams and let their imaginations soar. The people listened in awe as he described the magical realm he had encountered, and many vowed to visit the Clock Tower of Dreams themselves. As the sun began to set on this magical day, the door to the Clock Tower of Dreams slowly closed once more. But Timmy knew that tomorrow would bring new adventures, new dreams, and a whole new world for him to explore within the wonders of his imagination. The Clock Tower of Dreams had awakened a spark within Timmy that would never be extinguished. He vowed to continue exploring the realms of his imagination, sharing the wonders he found with those around him, and inspiring others to embrace their dreams.
Adventure and imagination. The dandelion seed that grants wishes. Once upon a time, in a small magical village nestled between the trees, lived a curious and imaginative little girl named Lila. One sunny Sunday, as she skipped through her enchanted meadow, she discovered a dandelion unlike any she had ever seen before. Lila reached down to touch the dandelion, and as she did so, a tiny voice whispered from within it, "Make a wish." She looked around, surprised, but saw no one. The dandelion spoke again. "You may make just one wish, but be careful with your words, for the power of your thoughts shall come to life." Leela closed her eyes and thought long and hard about the gift she wanted most. A chance to visit a far-off land filled with exotic animals and breathtaking sights. As she opened her eyes, she saw that a seed had floated away from the dandelion on a gentle breeze. Suddenly, the ground began to shake, and a magnificent elephant appeared before Leela. "I am Ellie," it said. "I've come from the land you wished for. I will be your guide as you explore this wondrous world." Leela couldn't believe her eyes. Leela and Ellie ventured deeper into the jungle, marveling at the incredible sights and sounds that surrounded them. They encountered exotic birds, lumbered past gigantic tortoises, and even swam in a crystal-clear river filled with playful fish. One day, they came to a foreboding cave. "Shall we go in?" Leela asked Ellie. "I believe it may hold a secret," said Ellie. They took a deep breath and entered the dark chamber, their hearts pounding with anticipation. As they walked deeper into the cave, the darkness gave way to a breathtaking sight. A vast chamber filled with glittering crystals that seemed to catch the light from a distant star. "This is truly magical," Leela whispered in awe. Suddenly, a strange figure appeared before them. "Who are you?" asked Leela nervously. The figure replied, "I am the guardian of this enchanted land. I have been watching over it for centuries." The guardian told them that the magic of the dandelion seed was beginning to fade, and if something wasn't done, the entire enchanted land would lose its magic. Leela felt a pang of sadness. She had only just begun her adventure. Without hesitation, Leela sprang into action. She and Ellie raced through the enchanted land, gathering seeds from fallen dandelions along the way. They knew they had to act quickly before it was too late. When they had gathered enough seeds, they returned to the crystal cavern. The guardian planted each seed carefully in a beautiful garden, tending to it with great care. A week later, the seeds had grown into beautiful dandelions that shimmered with a soft glow. Leela knew they had saved the enchanted land, and she felt a deep sense of joy and accomplishment. As she hugged Ellie goodbye, she couldn't help but feel grateful for her incredible adventure.
Adventure and imagination, the marble that controls the weather. One sunny Sunday morning, in a small village nestled between rolling green hills, the children, Emily, Max, and Oliver, discovered an ancient trunk beneath their favorite oak tree. As they opened it, out tumbled a shimmering marble of uncommon size and color. Unbeknownst to them, this was no ordinary marble. As they marveled at the marble's stunning luminescence, it began to spin and glow brighter than ever before. Suddenly, a gust of wind swept through the village, followed by raindrops that fell in perfect harmony with the rhythm of the spinning marble. The villagers watched in shock as the storm grew stronger and lasted longer than any they had ever experienced. Max, Emily, and Oliver knew that something was wrong and decided to confront the swirling winds and pouring rain. As they ventured through the stormy village, the children could feel the marble's power coursing through them. They knew that the key to stopping the storm lay within its mysterious depths. Together, they focused on the swirling energy within the marble. With a deep breath, Emily reached out and took hold of the spinning orb. As she touched it, a surge of light enveloped them all, and the storm began to subside. The villagers were in awe as they witnessed the power of the marble and the bravery of the three children. They thanked Max, Emily, and Oliver for saving their village from the destructive storm. As they reflected on their adventure, Emily, Max, and Oliver realized that the marble had the power to control not just their village, but the entire world's weather. They knew they would need to use it wisely in the future to help those in need. One day, the children noticed that their village was experiencing a severe drought. They knew they had to use the marble to bring rain and save their home once more. With determination in their eyes and a renewed sense of purpose, Max, Emily, and Oliver focused on the marble's power. As it began to spin and glow brighter than ever before, raindrops started to fall over their parched village. The villagers celebrated their heroes and thanked them for saving their homes once more. They knew that Emily, Max, and Oliver were truly extraordinary, capable of harnessing the power of the marble to control the weather. As they looked out over their now thriving village, Emily, Max, and Oliver knew that their adventures were far from over. They would continue to harness the power of the marble to help those in need and embark on countless more adventures together. Emily, Max, and Oliver were grateful for their incredible adventure, knowing that they had discovered a rare gift within the ancient marble. They would cherish the memories of their journey together, forever bound by the magic they had uncovered and the lives they had touched.
Adventure and imagination. The secret circus in the woods. One sunny Sunday morning, 6 brave adventurers embarked on an extraordinary journey deep into the heart of the Whispering Woods. Armed with nothing but their backpacks, they ventured forth, eager to uncover the secrets hidden within this mystical forest. As they ventured deeper into the forest, the air grew thicker with the scent of damp earth and fresh pine needles. The sun peeked through the canopy above, casting dappled shadows on their path. Suddenly, they stumbled upon a hidden clearing where exotic flowers bloomed in riotous colors. The children gasped in amazement as they beheld the breathtaking sight before them. The flowers were unlike any they had ever seen. Their petals shimmered with iridescent hues, casting rainbows across the clearing. The scent was enchanting, like a sweet perfume wafting on the breeze. As they ventured deeper into the clearing, the children noticed something peculiar, a towering tree with a door carved into its trunk. With bated breath, they approached the ancient-looking wood and hesitated before pushing it open. Inside the tree, they found themselves in a marvelous secret circus. Tented stages adorned with garlands and streamers stretched out in every direction. Acrobats, jugglers, and even an elephant danced and performed before their astonished eyes. The circus performers welcomed the children with warm smiles and cheerful greetings. On the stage, acrobats twisted their bodies into amazing shapes, while jugglers tossed glowing orbs high above their heads. The elephant even did a graceful dance that brought tears of joy to the children's eyes. As the afternoon wore on, the children shared stories and laughter with their newfound circus friends. They feasted on delicious treats, fruits, pastries, and even candied apples. The day had been filled with enchantment and wonder, and the children felt like they were part of something truly magical. As the sun began to set, the children reluctantly said their goodbyes to their new circus friends. They knew they would never forget this extraordinary day, and vowed to return one day to visit the secret circus in the woods again. The children trudged through the woods, their hearts filled with joy and sadness. They were excited to share their experiences with their families and friends, but they knew that this magical day was coming to an end. Still, they walked hand in hand, determined to embrace every moment until they reached home. As they neared their homes, the children's eyes gleamed with excitement. They knew that this was just the beginning. There were countless adventures to be had in the Whispering Woods and beyond. With backpacks slung over their shoulders and hearts full of courage, they stepped out of the woods and into a new world of possibilities. At night, when the stars shone brightly overhead, the children would gather on the porch and look up at the sky. They would talk about their adventures, share stories of the secret circus, and dream of returning one day to explore the Whispering Woods further. The secret circus in the woods had sparked a flame of curiosity and imagination within the hearts of these brave adventurers. They knew that there were still so many secrets to uncover, So many mysteries waiting to be solved. With the stars as their guide, they would embark on countless more adventures. Fueled by the wonder and magic they discovered that fateful Sunday in the Whispering Woods.
Adventure and imagination, the star that fell into the backyard. One Sunday morning, in the heart of a bustling suburban neighborhood, lived a group of curious and imaginative children. Amidst their daily adventures, they shared a peculiar fascination with the night sky and its mysteries. Their backyard was an open playground for their active minds, where they would often lay on the grass, gazing at the infinite stars, dreaming of far-off galaxies. One evening, as they gazed at the stars, a brilliant shooting star suddenly appeared and streaked across the night sky, leaving a trail of sparkling light. It landed softly in their very own backyard, causing the children to gasp in amazement. With a mixture of excitement and caution, they approached the mysterious object. As they drew closer, they noticed that it was actually a star. The children stood in awe as they touched the cool surface, feeling the energy pulsing beneath their fingers. Surrounded by the magical starlight, they huddled together, whispering theories about where it came from and what it could mean. They agreed that this was the greatest discovery of their lives and vowed to uncover its secrets. Inspired by their excitement, they transformed their backyard into a makeshift laboratory. Over the following days, they conducted experiments, observing the star's behavior and measuring its temperature, size, and weight. In a breakthrough moment, they discovered that the star held a unique property. It could make plants grow almost instantaneously. Using their newfound knowledge, they cultivated a beautiful garden of vibrant flowers and tall trees in mere minutes. News of their discovery quickly spread, drawing the attention of neighbors, curious passers-by, and even local scientists. Intrigued by their findings, they welcomed visitors to learn from their experiments and share in their adventure. Realizing the significance of their discovery, they decided to enter a local science competition, showcasing their unique star and its incredible abilities. The entire neighborhood rallied behind them, supporting their quest for knowledge and recognition. On the day of the competition, they presented their findings to a panel of esteemed scientists. Through captivating stories and mesmerizing visuals, they shared their journey, their discoveries, and their passion for learning. The judges were impressed by their dedication and innovative thinking. As the winners were announced, the children erupted in cheers and hugs. They had done it. Their hard work, determination, and unwavering curiosity had paid off. The entire neighborhood celebrated their triumph, praising their incredible discovery and perseverance. In recognition of their groundbreaking discovery, they were honored with a visit from the mayor and local scientists. They proudly received certificates and tokens of appreciation, cherishing these moments as a testament to their hard work and dedication. The children looked up at the starry sky, beaming with pride and excitement. Their curiosity had led them to a world of wonder and discovery, and they knew that this was just the beginning. Together they would continue to explore, learn, and dream, forever inspired by the magic that lay within their very own backyard.
Adventure and imagination, the teddy bear time machine. Once upon a time, in a picturesque village nestled between the rolling hills, lived a curious little girl named Lily. One sunny Sunday morning, she discovered an old, dusty teddy bear hidden beneath her bed. Within the teddy bear she found a small note that read, "Press my paw at exactly 3 o'clock and travel back through time." Intrigued, Lily decided to wait for the magic moment. At precisely 3 o'clock, Lily pressed the bear's paw, and the world around them began to spin. The village disappeared, replaced by a mysterious landscape, a forgotten forest full of ancient trees and peculiar creatures. The friends embarked on a thrilling adventure through the forgotten forest, meeting talking trees, playful fairies, and even a wise old owl who offered them guidance on their journey. As they ventured deeper into the forest, they came across an enchanted river that shimmered with magic. Daringly, they crossed a rickety wooden bridge to discover a hidden village lost in time. The village was a delightful wonderland, with buildings made entirely of candies and sweets. They played in a field filled with colorful flowers that tasted like rainbows. But, as the sun began to set, they noticed something strange. The friends realized that a wicked witch had put the villagers under a sleeping spell, and they needed to find a way to break it. Using their wits and determination, the friends searched for clues throughout the village. The friends gathered the ingredients needed to brew a powerful potion: a rainbow feather, starlight dew, and a single drop of bravery from each friend's heart. With their combined courage, they mixed the potion and held it high above the witch. As they chanted together, a bright light enveloped the witch. She awakened with a start, seeing her deception exposed and feeling the weight of her wrongdoings. Touched by their kindness, she decided to make things right. With the witch's help, the friends reversed their journey through time, returning to Lily's village just in time for dinner. They marveled at all they had experienced and shared stories of their adventure with everyone in the village. After bidding farewell to their new friend, the witch, Lily, and her friends realized that their curiosity had led them on an incredible adventure, one they would never forget. From that day forward, their bond was unbreakable, forever linked by their shared tale of imagination. The teddy bear time machine had taught them the true power of imagination, that they could change the world, one adventure at a time. As they stood together, hand in hand, under the setting sun, they knew they would continue to explore and dream as their spirits soared, boundless with possibility.
Adventure and Imagination, the Pancake Planet Explorer. Once upon a time, on a sunny Sunday morning, young Max embarked on an extraordinary adventure. As he stepped through his magical door, Max found himself floating in the depths of outer space, surrounded by twinkling stars and colorful galaxies. His destination, the Pancake Planet. Max landed gently on the soft surface of the Pancake Planet. The friendly talking pancakes welcomed him and invited Max to join their village feast. Overwhelmed but excited, Max accepted, eager to learn more about this peculiar world. As the feast began, Max watched in amazement as the villagers mixed and poured ingredients onto a giant griddle. The aroma was irresistible. Max helped prepare his own pancake, using unique Pancake Planet spices. During the meal, Max learned about the Pancake Planet's history and the various types of pancakes from around the universe. The sharing of stories brought everyone closer together. After the meal, the villagers took Max on a tour of the planet. They played games, sang songs, and showed him how to create various pancake shapes using different tools. While exploring, Max stumbled upon a hidden pancake ingredient garden. The ingredient was known as starflower syrup, a rare and powerful spice that brought happiness to any dish. Max promised to protect its secrecy. The next day, it was time for Max to return home. The villagers threw him a farewell feast, using the precious starflower syrup in his pancake. As they said their goodbyes, Max felt a tear roll down his cheek. With a heavy heart, Max stepped through the magical doorway and found himself back in his own room. He looked back one last time at the Pancake Planet, promising to visit again someday. Excited to share his experience, Max told everyone about the Pancake Planet. Soon, they were all eagerly waiting for their own magical adventures. Every night before bed, Max dreamt about returning to the Pancake Planet. He imagined what it would be like to visit again and see his friends from the village. One day, with a spaceship shaped like a pancake, Max set off once more into the unknown. He knew that he would one day find his way back to the Pancake Planet and its magical inhabitants. As Max continued on his journey through the cosmos, he knew that he had found a new passion for exploring. With the memory of the Pancake Planet fresh in his mind, Max was excited to see what other wonders awaited him out there among the stars.
Adventure and imagination. The magic bell that calls adventure. In the enchanted village of Lumina, nestled between a mystical forest and towering mountains, lived a curious girl named Mia. On a chilly Sunday morning, she heard an unusual sound, a faint, melodious ringing that seemed to come from her grandmother's old, rusty bell hanging in the treehouse. Curiosity piqued, Mia decided to follow the magical sound. She grabbed her backpack and set off through the lush, vibrant forest, her red cape billowing behind her. The trees seemed taller and more mysterious than ever before, their leaves whispering secrets as she passed. Suddenly, she encountered a talking fox with shimmering fur and twinkling eyes. "Hello there, adventurer," he greeted her. "I've been waiting for you. The magic bell called you here." Mia and the fox set off together on an exciting adventure, hoping to discover the secret behind the enchanted bell. They climbed steep hills, crossed babbling brooks, and braved dark caves until they reached a hidden valley filled with shimmering flowers. In the heart of the valley, they found an ancient tree with a wise old owl perched atop its branches. He agreed to help Mia and her new friend on their quest, revealing that the magic bell could summon wonders beyond imagination. As they approached a treacherous chasm, they faced an unexpected challenge. A rickety bridge made of twigs and leaves was the only way across. With courage in her heart, Mia bravely led the way, her newfound friend close behind. They stepped carefully across the precarious bridge, their hearts pounding in anticipation. As they reached the other side, they were met with a breathtaking view of the magical world that lay before them. They knew they were closer to finding the source of the enchanted bell. Finally, they arrived at a mysterious ancient temple, its golden spires reaching for the sky. Inside, the air was thick with magic, and strange symbols adorned the walls. Mia and her friends searched through the temple, their eyes wide with wonder. Eventually, they found a large pedestal with the old rusty bell resting atop it. As Mia rang the bell, the temple began to tremble, and a brilliant light filled the room. In the center of the room appeared a beautiful, shimmering garden, filled with enchanting creatures. The walls, floor, and ceiling vanished as if by magic, leaving Mia and her friend standing amidst the vibrant flora and fauna. After spending hours exploring the magical garden, it was time for Mia and the talking fox to say their farewells. As she returned home through the forest, she knew she would never forget this incredible adventure. That night, as Mia climbed up to her grandmother's treehouse, she looked out over the enchanted village and smiled. She knew that wherever the magic bell called her, adventure would follow. And with each new day, Mia was ready to embark on another incredible journey.
Adventure and imagination. The umbrella that flies to rainbows. On a sunny Sunday morning, in a whimsical town, brimming with colorful houses and rainbow umbrellas, lived a curious little girl named Lily. As she gazed up at the sky, she noticed something peculiar. A giant, flying umbrella shaped like a rainbow, drifting lazily above the treetops. Lily's eyes sparkled with determination as she sprinted towards the giant umbrella, reaching up as high as her tiny arms allowed. She squinted at the rainbow-colored fabric, wondering if it could possibly be real. With a mighty heave, Lily grasped the rainbow-colored handle. To her amazement, she was lifted off the ground, soaring higher and higher, until she found herself surrounded by a fluffy sea of clouds. As they glided gracefully through the sky, Lily spotted a lush green forest teeming with playful animals below. She felt an overwhelming sense of wonder, as she'd never seen such beauty from this vantage point before. Before long, they arrived at a magnificent waterfall cascading with rainbow droplets that sparkled like diamonds in the sunlight. Lily marveled at the sight, her eyes wide with awe and excitement. Suddenly, a majestic dragon appeared at the waterfall's edge, its scales shimmering with every color of the rainbow. With a friendly wave, it beckoned Lily to follow it into a hidden realm beyond the waterfall. As Lily stepped into the hidden realm, she was amazed to discover a world filled with talking animals and enchanting landscapes that seemed to change with every step she took. A cheerful talking butterfly flitted by, offering to guide Lily through the enchanting land and reveal its many secrets. Throughout her journey, Lily learned valuable lessons about the power of friendship, kindness, and self-belief from the various talking animals and magical creatures she encountered. With her newfound friends by her side, Lily bravely faced a great challenge that threatened the very existence of the enchanted realm. In the end, she triumphed, earning the gratitude and admiration of all its magical inhabitants. With a heart full of love for her new friends and a mind brimming with knowledge, Lily bid farewell to the magical realm. She stepped back into her own world, forever cherishing the memories and lessons learned from her incredible adventure. Back home in her whimsical town, Lily was greeted as a hero for her bravery and wisdom. She proudly carried her newfound friend, the enchanted rainbow umbrella, with her everywhere she went, ready to embark on the next grand adventure.
Adventure and imagination, the skateboard that could speak. On a bright Sunday morning in the magical town of Skaterville, where the streets were paved with smooth concrete ramps, lived a curious little girl named Mia. She was known for her love of adventure and her active imagination. As she stepped out of her house, she noticed something unusual, a skateboard sitting alone near the park bench. Intrigued, she approached the skateboard and gave it a gentle push. To her surprise, it started to speak. The skateboard introduced itself as Skaty, who belonged to a forgotten magician who once lived in Skaterville. Skaty revealed that it held the power to guide Mia on an adventure through the forgotten corners of Skaterville, where she would find magical artifacts hidden for centuries. Excited at the prospect, Mia agreed to help Skaty find its master. Together, they set off on their adventure through the winding streets of Skaterville, encountering obstacles and mysteries along the way. Mia showed incredible bravery as she navigated each challenge while listening to Skaty's cryptic clues. At last, they stumbled upon a hidden door concealed within an old bookshelf at the dusty town library. With a deep breath, Mia pushed it open and revealed a room full of magical artifacts. As they explored the room, Mia found an ancient amulet that would help them locate the magician's hidden home. With newfound determination, she placed it around her neck and followed Skaty's instructions to find the forgotten part of town. After much searching, Mia and Skaty found the magician's forgotten home at the end of a long, winding alleyway. The sun had begun to set, casting an eerie glow over the house as they approached. With trembling hands, Mia knocked on the mysterious door, and a soft voice called out from within. "Who dares to disturb my peace?" asked the magician, opening the door just enough for his curious eyes to peer out at them. Mia explained her adventure with Skaty and how they had found his lost skateboard. The magician was amazed by their courage and granted them a special reward for their bravery, an endless supply of magical energy for Mia's next adventures. With newfound excitement, Mia and Skaty left the magician's hidden house, eager to explore more of the magic that filled Skaterville. The sun had set, but their adventure was only just beginning. As they glided under the twinkling stars, Mia looked back at the magician's house, grateful for the incredible adventure she had just experienced. She couldn't wait to see what other mysteries awaited her in the magical town of Skaterville. Together, Mia and her magical skateboard, Skaty, had embarked on an incredible adventure filled with bravery, mystery, and magic. They discovered forgotten parts of Skaterville, made a new friend in the magician, and were rewarded with endless magical energy for their efforts. Adventure and Imagination, the candy shop that only opens in dreams. One sunny Sunday afternoon, in the quaint town of Sweetville, little Billy wandered to Dreamland's edge as he always did, dreaming of adventure. His eyes widened in disbelief as a shop materialized from the clouds, its sign spinning with a rainbow swirl. Inside the shop, glittering candies danced on shelves, their bright hues bouncing off the walls. Billy hesitantly stepped forward, his eyes as wide as saucers at the tantalizing treats. The shopkeeper, an old man with a twinkling eye and a kind smile, greeted Billy warmly. "Welcome, dear child. You found the candy shop that only opens in dreams. What would you like today?" Billy stared at the magical candies, their sweet aromas beckoning him. The old man explained that each candy held a special gift, but only if he believed in his own dreams. With a twirl of excitement, Billy picked a candy, a colossal lollipop. The old man handed it to him with a knowing wink. "May your dreams soar as high as this sweet." With a satisfying crunch, Billy took a bite of his lollipop. Suddenly, he was swept away on a whirlwind adventure through his very own dreams. He found himself soaring high above a vast sunlit ocean. Narrated the wind in his hair and the salt on his cheeks made him laugh with pure joy. As he glided over the ocean, Billy met a myriad of fantastical creatures who shared their dreams with him, each one more wondrous than the last. But just as he began to feel the joy of his adventure, a dark storm approached. Billy braved the tempest, clinging tightly to his dream and determination. With a final gust of wind, Billy emerged from the storm, to find the sun rising once more. He had braved his fears and embraced his dreams. As he opened his eyes, Billy found himself back in Sweetville, holding the half-eaten lollipop. The memory of his adventure was forever etched in his heart. With a beaming smile, Billy looked back on his adventure and felt a renewed sense of wonder and curiosity about the world around him. He knew that with every dream believed in, there was an opportunity for magic to unfold.
Adventure and Imagination, the robot who learned to dance. In the heart of Robosity, where towering skyscrapers reached up to touch the clouds, lived an unusual robot named Botley. Unlike his peers, Botley had no interest in fixing machines or performing tasks. He dreamt of something more: dance,